Hi there, it's Robert. I'll be explaining the Raspberry Pi to you, and stick around to the end to find out how to program for the Raspberry Pi when you don't have the physical hardware with you. The Raspberry Pi is a single board computer, which means all of the components are attached during the manufacturing process and you don't have an option to upgrade the Raspberry Pi after purchase. The RAM and processor are permanent. There are various models of the Raspberry Pi and they have different form factors. The most popular form factor, called the Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, is roughly the same size as a credit card or a debit card. The bottom of the computer contains a single slot for inserting a microSD card. You'll need to supply your own card, and I recommend getting a good quality card because of the number of reads and writes. A larger capacity card is always better. The top of the card is occupied by a few connectors. First is a display connector. This is used for connecting various types of monitors to a Raspberry Pi when it is used in an embedded application, such as in a kiosk. The second is a camera connector. This lets you connect both official and third-party camera modules for capturing images and videos. The third set of connectors is the GPIO pins that are used for connecting sensors and actuators. The pins are frequently used for hosting HATs, short for hardware attached on top. On one side of the Raspberry Pi 4, you will find 4 USB Type-A ports and an Ethernet connector. 2 of the USB ports are 3.0, while the remaining are 2.0. This is where you would connect your keyboard and mouse if you're using any. You will need to supply yours because the Pi doesn't come with peripherals in the box. Moving along, the next side of the Pi has Type-C connector for supplying power. It is best to avoid using a phone charger and instead get an official 15-watt charger from either the manufacturer or a certified vendor. Next to the USB port are 2 micro HDMI ports for connecting to a couple of monitors. Again, you'll need to supply your own cables. Finally, on this side, you will find a 4-pole stereo audio and composite video port. The Raspberry Pi 4 has 4 different RAM options: 1, 2, 4, and 8 GB. It also has a 64-bit quad-core Cortex-A72 processor from Broadcom. I won't get into the technical details here, but drop a comment under this video if you'd like a separate video that goes into the details. While we're here, please like this video if you're enjoying it so far. The manufacturer provides an operating system called Raspberry Pi OS. You'll need to utilize a piece of software called Raspberry Pi Imager from your primary computer. This software will let you download and flash an operating system onto an SD card. Once done, you simply insert the SD card into the Raspberry Pi and boot it up. Please check the link in the description for another video that shows the installation of that OS. The Raspberry Pi 4 has other form factors such as the Model 400, which comes in the form of a keyboard that makes it easier to connect to a monitor and get started, and the Pi 02W that is easier for IoT and embedding. You can install other operating systems such as Ubuntu Desktop for desktop computing, Ubuntu Server for edge computing, and Ubuntu Core for IoT applications. Let me know in the comments if you are already using these operating systems and how you are using them. Check the description for links to other OS installation videos. Now, I promised a bonus at the beginning of this video. If you are developing embedded applications and you don't have access to a Raspberry Pi, you can make use of ARM virtual hardware. This is available via Amazon Web Services, and I will leave a link in the description for additional information. Please drop a comment if you'd like me to make a video on ARM virtual hardware. Thanks for watching, and please leave a comment.